All right, you guys, so today I'm going to be working on my '06 Honda Accord. This is new to the channel. Some things I did to it. I got tint, obviously. I did new headlights. Paint matched bumper. I got like a bumper cover. It had some cracks from the guy I bought it from. Painted it and clear coated it. Thinking in the future to redo clear coat. Added fog lights. Painted this. It's all really cosmetic stuff. This is my daily driver for work. I have to drive like 30 minutes away, so I'm not really thinking about doing too much performance wise, but new brakes, everything like that, new front suspension. Today we're going to be clear coating my taillights. This is Luke. We'll be clear coating my taillights. I'm gonna walk you through that. They don't have any aftermarket clear lenses, so we're gonna be doing it our own. We're gonna make it from scratch, and we'll show you how to do that. All right, so we've got the taillights out. I will be replacing this bumper. This bumper's shot. But we got the taillights out. What we think we're gonna do is we're just gonna crack. Here, I'll show you on this one. We're gonna crack here and then just break apart from there, because we don't want to, since we don't have a replacement lens from a different housing, we can't cut along the actual plastic of the housing. We have to take the lens itself off. So yeah, we're just gonna crack it and then go from there. First thing we did was we just used a flathead and just punctured the plastic, and then just went in here with this, and we're just gonna start chipping away at it. Just makes it easier, because I don't need this lens. I don't care about it, so I don't need to save it for another one or whatnot. So we're gonna go through this and then show you when it's done. All right, so we've cracked all the lens. Now we're just going through and dremeling off the corners, like the edges. That's what he's doing now. All right, so while Luke's finishing up, I went ahead and masked off all the edges on the other one, and I just have it all labeled out, so that way when we go to put the replacement lens on, we can cut out our edges and it's all good. So what I did, you just tape it and you pinch the corners. You go along with the Sharpie and just run it along the edges. And then when you go to put the new one on, line it up and just cut along that, and then you'll be good. All right, you guys, so I have went around and dremeled all of the excess red off from the old lens, and now I'm just getting ready to do the other one. And once both of those are finished, I'm going to take my acrylic and put it in the oven, or I'll heat it up with just a heat gun and clip it onto the edges and then heat in the middle and then fold it, or I'll put it in the oven, clip once it's done being heated, and then just bend it here, and then I'll heat the edges and then fold it over with a flathead. All right, so I set my acrylic piece at 235 for around like 8 to 10 minutes and really just let it get nice and warm. I have pieces of wood here so that it would be flat and it wouldn't droop, because you do not want it on the actual metal grates itself, because that can melt your actual piece, and that's not what you want, and you'll get a bunch of lines. You got to take it off, and then just place it on whichever type of tail light you're doing. I would start with the most bend area, so I started on this end because it has the most curvature to it, and that way it doesn't get a crease. On one of them we had to replace because it got a really nasty crease and we couldn't fix it. On this, and then now once you get it like curved to, like, you know, the shape of it, like a rough shape of it, then you're gonna heat with a heat gun one corner, and you're gonna pinch, and then you're gonna try to get another corner and pinch. This corner came up a bit, but that's okay. I'm just gonna reheat and go down. So that way you kind of have an anchor, so that when you go to do another piece or another corner like this one, you see how it's lifted up? I can just reheat that, heat all of this, and then I can pull, and I can pull down. That's another key that I've learned to doing it. You wanna pull. That way it's straight and you don't get droops like this. The only reason it's like that is because I haven't done that side yet. But you see there's not really much droops on this corner. And that's what you're looking for. It's obviously not gonna be perfect. You know, it's not a mold. You're doing it DIY and from a flat sheet. It's not gonna be straight. With mine, in my case, I have an 06 Honda Accord. It has this like, I don't even know what you would even call this. And it has areas where it actually touches that, but it's okay. I don't really mind. I actually kind of like the look of that. So yeah, but if you have like a square one or whatnot, it would be really easy to just place it on and then fold down your edges. But yeah, and then I use a screwdriver when I heat it up, and I puncture the acrylic and I pull down. That way I can get a nice flat edge on this side when I go to adhere it to the actual housing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll show you the end result. All right, you guys, so we have the taillight here, all masked up and taped up and whatnot. I'm going through, I had reflectors on mine, as you guys saw before, but they were yellowing and it was ugly and I didn't like it. So, got this at Home Depot. It does an okay job. You want to first prime it with a black primer. They didn't have any, so I just took this out of my garage and this is what I had. Paint Plus primer. It's just a black primer, like a first coat, so that this pops more. This is only a first coat on there, and as you can see, it's still doing pretty good. But I'm gonna obviously hit it more. And that is the second one. This is the first one over here. And as you see, it's all done. Got the lens on there, and we're just going through and sealing it. We've just been doing that. And we're putting extra behind it to just reinforce that it doesn't leak at all.
Make sure you guys heat it.
Yeah, and you want to heat it afterwards. Don't heat your lens too much, because then it could start melting when you go to press it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, you guys, so I got my taillights here. This is without the lens. I'm gonna put this up on the screen and what this is. I went to Home Depot for it. They only had gray. I wouldn't have used black, but gray works just fine as well, since it is just chrome. What you're gonna want to do, don't pull it off of the parchment paper or whatever this is. Pinch one end. So you want to start, pretend the stuff is on this still. Start here, pinch that, and then keep going along. Do not pull this yet. And go to the end, and then use some scissors and cut it off at the end, and push it down while the paper is still on there. Push it down. And then you literally just peel it right off, and you get these smooth lines. And they're all thick because you didn't push it down too much, or you didn't take it off of the paper itself. So this makes the process a lot easier when you go to seal it. And then once the lens is on there, I'll show you what to do. All right, so now I've got my lens on there and I've pushed it down. What you're gonna wanna do is press it on there, get it set and get it aligned to how you want it, into the corners and everything like that you cut out. And then we're gonna take a heat gun. Don't aim the heat gun at the actual lens itself. aim it kind of behind. And you don't need that much. You don't need that much heat. You just want to kind of give this like a head start on adhering. Once you heat it up, it gets really tacky, and that's what you want, for it to tack to the actual lens. So once this is all heated up around, you're just gonna give it a press once more, and then you guys don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna go around the back end of it, and just so it's extra sealed in. There's nothing more that I hate than a freaking headlight, taillight, or whatever with condensation and whatever built up in there. So I'm just gonna go behind there and seal it up. I don't care too much about how good it looks, as long as it looks good from afar. This isn't a show car by any means. I just wanted something different on my Accord. And yeah, so I'm gonna put it behind there, and the bumper and everything else will kind of hide it. So yeah. All right, so that's what it looks like, the end result of it on the car. I'll get some video at night possibly of it, but you know, for the video's sake, it's clear lens, so that's what it looks like.